We're live.
Woohoo! Okay. Um, Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining again. I think both of us would like to start off by first saying thank you so much for the response.
हम लोग रेगुलर लोग हैं यार, है कि नहीं? क्या बोलते हैं तुम? आम जनता, मैंगो पीपल, राइट? हमको प्रैक्टिकल होना है, प्रैक्टिकल जिंदगी है, राइट?
We expected two people to watch
Other than
because
ourselves.
yeah, I'm not counting us. I watched it. I think out of whatever 100 what 400 500 views we got, I think I watched it like 200 times.
Bro, if we go back and watch the video again, does it count as a view? Or
No, no, it doesn't. I googled it.
फिर तो बहुत व्यूज हो गए यार बिकॉज
No, because
इवन
it
आई
took
थॉट
the
दैट ओनली कि
Wi-Fi.
400 में से 50 तो मेरे ही होंगे क्योंकि मैं बार बार जाके देख रही थी कि क्या चल रहा है हु इज कमेंटिंग सो आई थॉट 50 व्यूज वर माइन ओनली
नो अब वो ना वीपीएन मतलब वाईफाई को वो पकड़ता है एंड आई थिंक देयर सम टाइमलाइन लाइक फॉर 48 आवर्स वो सेम इस पे जाके देखते हैं तो इट डजंट गेट काउंटेड
आई
बट
थॉट आई
एनीवे
जस्ट गो रात को एंड पुट ऑन लूप एंड लेट इट प्ले so it doesn't work okay fine and Vesh 66% of our viewers are non-subscribers like the gall the audacity
I didn't know that
yes
number. Guys, please subscribe if you're watching it. It means a lot to us. Get us like $1 2. Sheena can get like a Dabeli and I can get like a Tim's coffee. So please subscribe.
I can get two dabilis, one for me and one for Mihir. So I would
Um,
want.
we'll also establish that Mihir
Hmm.
is Sheena's husband. We didn't bother doing introductions in the first episode because we didn't know so many of you would watch it. So we're very grateful. Thank you. Dhanyavad. But
And
so
we've
I
taken
think,
feedback.
yeah, we have taken feedback. We're going to try and talk lesser. It's very tough for, I think, both of us, but we'll try. We'll definitely try talking lesser and we'll make sure that our subtitles says house instead of cows. We're going to try to focus on that.
Listen, one time, like Mrigang ka naam had come as Trikank. And I was like, yeah, this is so cool.
Yeah, in one of the previous ones we recorded, it says, I think I said Gank too long. And Nigank is my husband, FYI, guys. And it said Nagaland. It said Nagaland. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, why is this so tough? And once when you said Vesh, and I think it said wise. And I'm like, no, I don't think she's not saying I'm wise.
Vesh AI is going to take over our jobs. And meanwhile, AI.
Exactly. Anyway, I think we'll do a quick round of introductions.
हो तो
Sheena
गई
is
अच्छा
नहीं,
और
अपने बारे में तो नहीं बोला।
अच्छा ठीक है
हाँ, uh, Tina, do you want to introduce yourself? I'm just going to copy the script of whatever you say about yourself.
No, I'll introduce you. I know all the things I know about you that you're in Canada. I don't even know
Okay.
which city. I know you follow Toronto time because I need to keep seeing कि उधर क्या बज रहा है. I know you're with Air Canada doing some very long designation wala work. Something to do with product and then transponder. No one knows what you do. You have two
I
cats, one husband, and yeah.
okay, I think
And you
that's
have a
good.
brother who you talk about a lot. मैंने last episode में बहुत edit किया है हरीश की stories. तो yeah. Actually, what do you know about me?
Okay. Sheena is not Punekar. Sheena Anand is from Pune. Married to Mihir, Maharashtrian from Amravati, Razurwadi
Wow,
specific.
bro, I'm proud.
But anyway, you're a consultant. You're a marketing and brand consultant. You work with eMotrad.
Correct.
You were a
Correct.
part of the very famous Dhoni ad of
Correct.
Koel,
Mm-hmm.
and you have two dogs. And we're going to talk a lot about your brother and your mom as well. I, I think it's safe to assume that we're just going to, all our content comes from our personal experiences with our
Yeah,
family.
that's true.
But that's not what we're
But
doing today.
yes, that's
Yeah.
not what we are doing today because I got this feedback from a very critical person. That was Mihir, who said कि सबको इतना नहीं जानना है तुम्हारे बारे में. And he was like, you love yourself. We maybe love you. But apart from the four of us, no one gives a shit about.
Your family.
So Mihir was
And
like, no one cares, Sheena, about how you took like 3 days to pick your reception outfit. And he was like, remove this entire chunk.
And no one
So yeah.
cares about how visas happen in different countries.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we edited those 55 minutes out of the previous episode.
Yes. So this episode, we will not always talk about our lives क्योंकि तुम कितना ही सुन लोगे. So, but in this episode, okay, this is a very fun topic. I love this topic. There was this one book I was reading. It's called Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It's got 4 parts,
Okay.
and the book plot is that there's a cafe in Japan called Cafe Donna Donna maybe. So the thing about this cafe is that you can travel through time.
Okay.
So you can either go in the past or in the future. But there are many rules about traveling. So it's a small little cafe and not everyone knows कि वहाँ पे जाके तुम time travel कर सकते हो. So there is only one chair and one table. And only when you sit there is when you can travel through time.
Oh, okay.
But the catch is that there's a ghost who sits on that chair all day. Yeah.
Okay.
And now don't ask me how this happens, but only once a day, only once, it could be any time, the
Okay.
ghost leaves to go to the bathroom for a couple of minutes or like 3 to 4 minutes.
Ghost also needs to go to the bathroom.
Now see, I have been asked this question, what are ghosts doing in the bathroom? वो लोग थोड़े ना ये करे. But अभी मेरे को नहीं पता. वो जाके उठ के जाते हैं bathroom. Maybe they want
चलो
to
ठीक
stretch
है.
their spiritual legs and all.
Okay.
So they go, and only in that
अब लोग
window.
वो चकम चिट्टी.
Ganji chitti. So only in that little window they can go. So if you want to travel through time, you need to wait for that window, and then you can sit. तुम जाके वो भूज को नहीं बोल सकते कि please madam उठो थोड़ा. And then there
Okay.
are a couple of rules about traveling through time. The first one is कि you cannot go back in time and go be like मेरे को डिज्नी वर्ल्ड जाना है उस दिन बहुत मजा आया था. It has to be in that cafe only, and whoever you want to meet has to be there in that cafe. So you can only travel through time. Like suppose if I met you like 10 years ago in that cafe and I want to
Okay.
go back and like
Oh,
flick your nose
got
or
it.
something, I can only choose that period.
Can we edit this weird part out?
Why? No, listen, I wanted to say strangle you or kill you, but then I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just go flick your nose.
Oh, you said flick your nose. I heard pick your nose. And I was
No, no,
disgusted.
no.
Sorry.
Bro, मैं इतना fight मार के जाएगी to pick your nose. No.
Okay.
Then, so that is the first rule. Ki you have to be in that cafe. Then the second rule is that what's the second rule? So the most important rule is that when you go, you cannot change anything in the past. You can't change anything in the future.
What's the point
But
of time travel?
अरे ब्रो बहुत पॉइंट है मेरे को भी ऐसे ही लगता था बट हर बुक में ना जरा 6 स्टोरीज ओके एंड
Okay.
सभी की स्टोरी जेन्युइन थी कि हम लाइक हाँ मैं भी होती तो शायद चली जाती कुछ कुछ लोगों का रह जाता है ना इन द पास्ट
Sheena,
यू वांट
so
टू गो
you
बैक
are very empathetic. ठीक है? You will be like, हाँ, it's okay. I know I feel you. But no, I don't. Practicality की बात है. चलो रे.
okay no
Anyway.
so for
You
example
had.
you
Yeah.
really love someone so much and there was a time when you were in that cafe with that person and that person is not with you anymore and all you want to do is just go back and see that one like person one more time which you can
Oh,
yeah
that's
so
sweet. Okay.
yeah
I'm with you on that. I'm with
so
you. Yeah.
then yeah and the last rule about time traveling is that you will be served a special coffee so that's why it's called before the gets cold तो तुम
Oh,
जाओगे जब भी वो कॉफी तुमको मिलती है तुम फर्स्ट सिप लोगे देन यू ट्रैवल थ्रू टाइम बट यू हैव टू कम बैक बिफोर योर
before the
कॉफी गेट्स
coffee gets
कोल्ड
cold.
या
Okay.
एंड अगर तुम वापस नहीं आते हो देन यू गेट रिप्लेस्ड एज दैट गोस्ट एंड यू विल बी सिटिंग देयर ऑन दैट टेबल
Okay.
spooky. So there is this one book, okay? इसके 3 या 4 पार्ट है मेरे पास 3 बुक्स है so in this book there is a little kid who's reading this book called 100 questions so
What is
it's a
this inception? It's book में book.
हाँ मतलब it's just a plot subplot within the main plot.
Okay. Huh.
So like in this book now as the chapters go forward the questions get deeper so basically she asks some philosophical questions about what would you do if the world ends tomorrow. So she gives these scenarios. Now, the thing is, why this world ends tomorrow is because we want to choose like the ethical answer and be like, no, no, I'm this person. But if the world is ending, then you just
You don't
want to do
care.
what you want to do. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So
Okay,
I'll ask you a few questions and you tell me what would you do if the world was ending tomorrow. So the first question is,
okay,
Ki, what if there's a person, man or woman, whatever, let's say a man. What if there's a guy and Mrigang didn't exist in your life, okay?
okay.
And you love him a lot, like you've always loved him, and you just never had the guts to go and tell him. And if the world was ending tomorrow, would you propose to him? So your options are, Ki, yeah, you would, of course. The world is ending tomorrow. Like, what do you have to lose? And option number B is, Ki, bro, why would you? Because the world is ending tomorrow. And what if he says no, and then you just have to live with that shitty day by yourself and be like, yaar, isse reject ho gayi, bro. So what would you do?
Um, I think I would. Yeah, I don't think I would. I think I wouldn't. I don't want to go through. If I have one last day, and if there's a chance that I'm gonna get a no and I'm gonna spend that day shitty, then I'm not doing it. I
Really?
would rather, like, yeah. You would propose?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
dude. हाँ,
because
100%.
what if that person says no and the last day of your life is just a shitty day? Why would you want to do that?
यार यू नो व्हाट जो लव आजकल में वो सैफ अली खान बोलता है ना कि यार पाजी मैं डिफेक्टिव पीस मैं ज्यादा देर दुखी नहीं रह सकती अगर उसने ना बोल दिया तो ना बोल दिया यार I'd be like चलो so this dude I there's this really weird thing I believe in that if a girl asks a guy out I think I'll get a lot of hate for this but if a girl has asked a guy out either he will say yes or they will become best friends like at least in my generation growing up I don't know about these kids and all but this is I am sure
Well,
about
why do
this
you say that? Why do you say that? Once again, if a girl asks a guy out, so
yeah
either he says yes or they become best friends.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure.
Really?
Because the guy is just so overwhelmed, ki bro. Now, see, I really have no idea what these young kids are doing, but at least when I was growing up, this
That's the
was
thing.
the case. Like, I saw it around me. So I asked Mihir out, he said, no, bro. And
Really? I did not know
yeah,
that. And then you
dude,
guys were best friends?
मतलब हम पहले अच्छे फ्रेंड्स ही थे like we were very close he led me on for very long
This is a coffee with current answer. We're just good friends.
अरे डूड मेरे तरफ से तो मैं अपना सब उसे दे चुकी थी लाइक ही हैड नो आइडिया आई वाज ऑलरेडी डेटिंग हिम फॉर लाइक द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम ही जस्ट
You're
डिडंट
like
नो
Uday Chopra from Dhoom.
या या
Like when the guy's talking to you, you're already sitting in the bike, like
या
in the
या
mandap and like in the ghungat and like all of that.
bro I didn't even need confirmation from his side like I needed nothing because I was like we are already dating like don't you know
Oh, I did not know that.
yeah. And then
Interesting.
उसके बाद I only asked him out he said no and then I threw my shoe at him and then I left मेरा जूता भी नहीं था मेरी फ्रेंड का था यार she still says you owe me one Converse yeah
Okay, so you would. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Now in the same
Fish.
scenario,
That is
yeah.
it. Like you would just like live your last day without saying it.
I think I'm too scared of rejection. So
But
I
that is
think
the thing, Vash. It's ending. Tomorrow the world is ending. You have
well, that's
nothing to
my point. If
lose.
the world is ending tomorrow, why do I want to spend the last day sulking over if that person says no?
What if he
Uh,
says yes then?
I know, but then also it'll last one day. इससे अच्छा like अच्छा beer पी लो, chill कर लो, pizza खा लो, burger खा लो, McD खा लो.
Vaishnavi,
Like,
यार तुम्हारे मतलब even your fantasy dates are like so bad. Like, dude, Veer Zara had one day together, or maybe like max two.
yeah, but then if I had one day, if that guy was Shah Rukh Khan, then I would ask him out. Like even 1 hour. If it's Shah Rukh Khan, then yeah, that makes sense. हीर ज़ारा में शाहरुख खान के साथ एक दिन मिला तो भाई बहुत है. But yeah, no. I think I would no. I think my preference is clearly more like burger खा लो, pizza खा लो, beer पी लो.
But if the world is ending tomorrow, like what is
And
something
Indian
so
Chinese,
special?
desi Chinese, desi Chinese.
Dude, in one interview, Saif Ali Khan was like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, if you eat Chinese from China, it's not for you all. Like, it's not for anyone.
Exact, dude. I did that. I went to one place and I had like really. I went. I think it was for my first wedding anniversary where I was like, no, we need
I
to
thought it
go.
was like for your first wedding.
As of now, I'm still on wedding number one. But and then कोई तो fancy place we had gone because I was like, I love Chinese, and I was like, okay, let's go to like a nice fancy Asian place. It was nice. I'm not gonna complain at all, but then it was not at all. It wasn't equivalent to that 200 rupees ka hakka Szechuan noodles that you get
Bro,
like yeah, that
यार
made
हम साथ में कैसे पॉडकास्ट बना रहे हैं ब्रो, बिकॉज ना मेरे को वो जो ऐसा टपरी चाइनीज है ना, मेरे को इतनी गंदी लगती है ना, एंड
when
मीर
you say
loves it, like
bro,
his
I love
form of
tapri
ultimate
Chinese.
cheat day is tapri
Yeah.
Chinese.
Like, yeah, if the oil is not used 500 times, it's not
Oh
as
man,
tasty. Yeah, it's
ब्रो
not.
एक तो वो जो प्लास्टिक रेड कलर की ब्राउन कलर की प्लेट में लाते हैं जिसमें वो तेल के दाग तुमको दिख रहे, तो
Yeah, do
मीर
you
देख
know
जब
this
तक
place do you know this place in Baner? I think it's called Hot Momos. Uh,
no.
that was one like staple place. Like when we were in college, we would order from. We would order like dude, and the funny part is they had everything. They had paratha, which was just as good. It was called Hot Momos, but they had aloo paratha, which was so good. And we used to have a lot of Szechuan fried rice, and then we used to have obviously momos from there. And they had those like red plates and red Szechuan rice. You can't differentiate between the color in the food and the color in the plate.
Man, I cannot. And उसके ऊपर वो एक छोटा सा बटर पेपर लगा के देते हैं because they would like save their plate a little. बटर पेपर नहीं यार,
Oh,
वो प्लास्टिक शीट ब्रो, बटर
huh.
पेपर तो बहुत ही अच्छा हो गया.
I don't think they even did that. I didn't think they bother spending that kind of money also on butter paper or plastic paper. Yeah, it was for college mein tha yaar. It was fine. And it was like $30. Like $30 for
In 30 bucks you get this much food. It'll be like all Szechuan.
yeah. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you a question. Same
Okay,
scenario where obviously the world is ending tomorrow, and in
okay.
front of you there is one room, and let's say that it's you and your partner, and only one person can enter the room and save themselves from the world ending. Would you go in and save yourself, or would you be like, नहीं मैं डूब के मर जाऊंगी अपने आशिक के साथ and like stay with your partner?
Okay, bro. So like, for example, if Mihir and I are there and there's one
Yeah,
room, if I
yeah.
enter, मैं बच जाती है. अगर Mihir enters, तो वो बच जाता है. पर world is ending tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, or you can save yourself. Okay, there's only one way. You can either save yourself or
Or
you
the world
stay.
ends.
Yeah, yeah. Would
Dude,
you?
no chance I'm saving myself, bro. And do what on this earth alone? Are you crazy? No, no, no. मैं नहीं जा रही वो room में. But dude, imagine if, just imagine if the world didn't end tomorrow and no,
Would you
I would
save
not go.
yourself?
I know, yeah.
You save yourself, and then you'll be alone even if the world doesn't end because then it's over.
Yeah. So dude, I don't want to be the last person surviving on this planet. I don't want to be the last person surviving in my building also, bro. I'm good. I'll happily leave.
Done.
What would you do?
Yeah, I don't think I would do either. I think my answer is the same as yours.
So, bro, when I watch these zombie apocalypse movies and all, na, and wo
Yeah.
hero heroine are like trying to save themselves through everything, I'm like, यार मैं तो गिव अप कर देती है यार. I'm like, छोड़ यार, अभी सभी मर रहे,
मैं तो
बन जाते
इतना
zombie.
मैं तो इतना फास्ट भाग ही नहीं पाती अपने आप को बचाने के लिए. Dude, my biggest problem is when I see these movies, people running. I'm like, my problem starts there. I can't run to save my ass. I can't. I'll probably run like 200 meters and I'll be like,
Man, do you know how short 200 meters is? But honestly, I'm acting so mighty. I think I would make it like for 400 meters.
yeah, so but I feel like, that's where I think we don't have advantage because Mihir and Mrigang can save themselves and run. You and I
नहीं, वो
can't.
भी खपेश अपने साथ, bro.
No, Mrigang to plays football and all. So
No,
Mrigang is
they both are very fit, but they will
we're doing
त्याग
introduction for
themselves for
all
us.
characters. We are going to be doing introduction for all characters in between now.
They do. They'll happily, I think.
Mihir, I think, also will run and save himself, bro.
Bro,
He
that
can.
is
Will
Mihir's
he?
special. Yeah, he can, but then
But
I'll be
will
like,
he?
Bebu, don't go. He'll be like, okay. Yeah, मतलब मैं क्यों अकेले मरूं भाई, तुम साथ में मरो. We will all fail together.
भी सही है. ठीक है, okay.
So I don't want to be the last person living. No way.
I'm with you on that because I feel like there'll be so much guilt that anyway I'll kill myself after that because there'll be so much guilt. I'll be like, bro, shit, I don't know why I did this. I don't know why I did this. Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Okay, I'll ask you one question. It's not about the world ending tomorrow, but
Okay.
say, for example, that you are not dating anyone or you're not married, you're just a single person, and someone gives you like a really potent love potion. And
Oh,
and if you make someone drink that potion, they will fall madly in love with you, like madly,
okay.
immediately.
Okay.
So would you use it? And no, you cannot access celebrities. So don't say कि मैं जाके शाहरुख को देश. No, no. No, no,
That
no.
was the first answer
I
in my
know.
mind.
I know how your Shahrukh wired mind works. No, you can't.
Okay. Okay.
Because you need to have access to that person in your day-to-day life.
Makes sense. Okay. Would I do it is the question.
Hmm.
Yeah, bro. Why not?
कितनी गलीज है यार तू वैष्णवी like gee.
Why not? Okay. Tell me why not.
Bro, why? So like you would live with that person for the rest of your life, knowing that they don't love you. It was the potion.
You never know. Maybe it's like the first question you asked. Maybe they did love me and they just needed something. Like some of us need alcohol to speak our minds. They just needed love potion to love me. That's pretty much it.
But for maybe you're stripping that person away from their soulmate and you are stealing them. Okay, and
Oh
then
my
imagine,
God, Sheena.
just imagine Vesh.
You threw something at me here because he said no. I think you are the same as me. You're just being nice for this podcast.
Bro, I will just digress for 1 minute, okay? So,
Okay.
Mir and I used to
Time
work
check.
in Tommy.
Time
Yeah,
check.
yeah, Mir and I used to work in Tommy. And that song used to play that Bruno Mars ka, some beautiful song, like
Okay.
your the cassette wala song. And I used to love that song, okay? And I used to, in my head, I was already thinking, he's so sweet. Me is dedicating this song to me. And Tommy had a fixed playlist, which every store in the world has to play. And in my head, and there are 9 songs in it which play on loop. So at least like 10 times a day, I used to listen to that song. And in my head, I was like, me is dedicating this song to me. So sweet. I love this guy. And after many years, we were listening to that song, and I was like, "Hey, do you remember you used to dedicate this song to me?" And he's like, "When?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I completely forgot. The first half of my relationship was imaginary. You didn't know." But
Oh my
yeah.
God. Oh my God.
Okay, bro, but listen now. For example, अगर तुमने love potion किसी को दे दिया है, he
Huh.
loves you, but
Yeah.
just imagine कि after a couple of years, you're like, "Bro, ये तो है ही नहीं. He's not the guy who I love," and you fall in love with someone else. Then what would you do?
Then I'll give that love potion to some other guy.
अरे एक ही बार है ब्रो, अनलिमिटेड नहीं
It's
है.
like Sweetu says in Kal Ho No, और क्या करोगी? दूसरी शादी करूंगी और क्या करूंगी?
यार लेकिन उसका
No,
प्यार
but
वो वैसा
listen,
जुनून वाला हो गया तो.
now you're adding like ifs and buts and like could have, would have, should have to like a question that I've already answered. Now you can't put terms and conditions to the question at the end. If I
वैश्या.
if I love that guy and then I have a love, हाँ दे सकते हैं. See, okay, not my Shahrukh wired brain, but if I like someone, I would like to think I'm smart enough to know if there's a vibe with that person or not, right? To to figure out कि भाई ये कहीं जाएगा कि नहीं. I'm assuming that I'm smart enough to know that. So keeping that in mind is when I would probably think about it. So in that scene, I'm assuming that I already know कि हाँ there's something going on and I can think about it and then just accentuate is the love potion. I think it's absolutely fair.
मैं तो कभी ना यूज करती ब्रो.
I
Unless
think
I'm standing for elections or something, then I would put it in
I
the
think
water
that
tanker.
I think I think in that commie store you would give it you would just like a perfume you would just be like मेरी चाय पीना है Bruno Mars का गाना सुनते सुनते चाय पीना है you would do the exact same thing Sheena if years ago you had an option to do this.
Yeah, so no, you know what? Even years ago, when Mir and I were not together, I didn't need his validation only. I just, I was like, dude, I
What's
don't
going
even
on?
need you to be a part of this relationship. I am already there. If you are there, that's great. But मैं
Oh
खुश
my
हूँ.
god.
मैं
Oh
यूज
my
करती
god.
bro.
I think next podcast we're going to do a story like a deep dive. I really want to know a little bit more about this. What went on, like how
Yeah,
the table turned,
it will be a
and what.
two-part episode
Okay, done.
because one is like a big part before my parents came to know, and one is a big part after my parents came to know.
I think I
So,
don't. Yeah, I then we should do that. I think I know a little bit, very little about after your parents came to know, but I don't know
हाँ,
like in detail. But okay, done. We should do a two-part podcast
cool.
next. Okay,
So,
next.
you have a
Yeah,
question?
I do.
Go for it.
None of this world ending stuff. And Sheena, don't be nice. Okay, don't be nice.
Bro, I'm never
Say
nice, bro.
I'm gonna be like, if you say the wrong answer, I'm the buzzer. Okay. So let's say that you found a suitcase and it has like 50 lakh rupees. Okay, like 50 lakhs.
ए
And
50 लाख is too less.
चल 5 करोड़. ठीक है.
50 करोड़.
शीना, हम सब इमेजिनरी कैश बोल रहे हैं. ऐसे तो हम अंबानी का भी आधा एंटेला लेके बैठेंगे. ठीक है. नो.
Okay.
But let's say 5 crores. There's a suitcase, there's 5 crores cash, but that you know for a fact that it's like blood money. Would you take
Hmm.
it? Or would you be like, nay, bro, nay? Like,
मतलब no
you
one
will
is
only
watching me.
trust. No one's watching you. Like, that money is yours. But you can't be like, no, I will report it. Say yes or no. Will you
ब्रो
take the money?
रिपोर्ट तो मैं कभी ना करूं, वो तो इज आउट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन ओनली. नाउ द ओनली क्वेश्चन लाइज अबाउट टेकिंग इट और लिविंग इट. बिकॉज आई टेल यू लिविंग इट, यार यू नो व्हाट द थिंग इज ना, कि देखो जिस जिस डॉन का पैसा है उसको मिल जाएगा ब्रो. ही विल नो वेयर आई स्टे. दैट इज माय ओनली डिलेमा. पैसे तो मेरे को चाहिए. एंड माय अदर
And
डिलेमा इज हाउ
considering
डू आई स्पेंड सो मच कैश. आई
and
कांट डिपॉजिट
considering
इट.
how mysterious you are, you would have put up a story 20 seconds after you found the money.
हे
Hey guys,
गाइस.
hey guys, guess what I found? Your favorite influencer just found a suitcase in Panvel, this sector, this street, pin code, सबके साथ
यार
Instagram पे story आ जाएगा.
ब्रो एक्चुअली यू नो आज के जमाने में तुम इतना कैश के साथ कर भी क्या सकते हो. लाइक आई हाउ डू
थोड़ा
पीपल
practical
स्पेंड
नहीं
दैट
बनना
मनी.
है. Yes or no?
प्रैक्टिकल
We are
नहीं
not
बनना
rich
है.
enough. Practical नहीं बनना. It's a hypothetical question. Like,
पांच
cash इतना
करोड़ है.
कैसे spend करना है? 5 करोड़. हाँ. कैसे spend करना and all is secondary problem. Would you take it or no?
आई डोंट नो, आई एम कंफ्यूज्ड.
You have to
छोड़
answer
यार,
before
ले
the
लेती
question
मैं.
gets cold.
हाँ ले लेती मैं.
हाँ,
ले
even I would
लेती,
take it.
फिर
And
इमीडिएटली
then
पार्क
figure out.
कर देती कहीं. लाइक मैं किसी और को दे देती कि रख ले मेरे लिए. समवन हु मे बी यू नो माय
Someone you
सीए.
don't care about and
या
you're okay with the Don finding them.
या या
Yeah, bro. I think 5 crore I would take.
Fresh for Canadian standards, I will give you this suitcase full of money with 50 crores. 5 करोड़ इंडिया में बहुत है.
हाँ, 50 करोड़ वो भी कन्वर्ट करके मुझे नहीं पता कितने 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 डॉलर का.
Bro, I cannot do math after lakhs because I'm like, there is no point in my life where I've needed a crore का multiplication. So it's fine.
You know, the other day something was happening and then we were Googling, I think we saw some car and then we really liked and obviously Mrigank was telling me something about, oh, this car is looks this and it has this feature. I was like, acha kitne ka hai? And then he said something itna dollar. And I was like, oh, 60 lakhs. And he looked at me, he's like, Vash, no, the math is 36 lakhs. And I was like, oh,
Listen,
oops.
Vej, I was telling you ना कि मैंने इतने एक बड़े ग्रुप में डाला saying, hey guys, we need 1,000 subscribers, we have 40 now, we need 996 more.
You know, you and I are the worst people to be doing this. Like, if there comes a day when we have to manage our own finances, we're screwed.
ब्रो नहीं, मुझे नहीं करना है. लाइक मुझे करना ही नहीं है.
आई होप ऐसा दिन आए कि हमारे पास इतना पैसा हो कि हम फिगर आउट ना कर पाए. आई होप वो दिन आए एंड आई होप उस दिन पे कोई हो हमारी जिंदगी में जो हमारे लिए वो कर ले एंड हमको खुद ना करना पड़े.
It's called CA and offshore bankers, money people.
Listen here,
Hmm.
offshore bankers or whatever shit you're saying is Swiss banks. I don't want to
Yeah,
deal
Swiss
with
bank.
the Swiss bank.
Bro,
No,
I'm
but
telling you now, like,
those are very expensive. I can't afford one. And also,
no.
forget me affording one. They don't take people in our salary bracket.
Hey,
They
listen,
all
hello.
go
Once I have like so much money, then I
yeah.
will be an HNI or like a cute CHNI, cute high net worth income person. Like,
What's a cute net worth
say, bro,
person?
HNI means ki you need to earn quite a lot. Ultra high net worth individuals means Uber. We are like cuties ki bro, lottery lag gayi ek. Can we join the club? Pookie. Stand in front of the Swiss bank and be like, yay.
Guys, since so many of y'all said that our podcasts are too long and unnecessary, so we are cutting it into two parts. So this was the first part, and please watch the second part.
हम लोग रेगुलर लोग हैं, है कि नहीं? क्या बोलते हैं तुम? आम जनता, मैंगो पीपल, राइट? हमको प्रैक्टिकल होना है. प्रैक्टिकल जिंदगी है.